Let me ask you something. What if I told you that as a realtor, you're sitting on tools to not just sell homes, but to create life-changing wealth through real estate investing?
And you might not even realize it yet, but you already have an unfair advantage. The real question is, are you using it to build your own portfolio?
Today, we're going to share how one deal helped me and my husband turn a profit and start our investment portfolio. And you can do the same by leveraging the skills you already have. Let's dive in.
Let's do it.
So here's the story. My husband and I wanted to invest in real estate. He is a commercial real estate broker, and my family comes from a background of real estate, but we never could pull the trigger. We lacked confidence, we lacked money at the time, and we really just had a hope of buying real estate, but weren't doing anything to actually purchase real estate. Until one day, a deal came into my husband's office, and it was really the perfect deal. It was not on the market yet, so it wasn't listed. It was going to be listed. The husband and wife were getting a divorce, and they needed to sell quickly. So my husband called me. He's like, "This is the one. Let's do this." And of course, I'm like, I don't know. It's a lot of money. Is this the right one? So he brought it home that night, and we brought my parents into the conversation because they had real estate experience investing, and we used them as our mentors, and we went through the entire deal. And I was still hesitant, which is so funny, because it was just like our first deal, and it's just like hard to take that very first step. And I remember my dad saying to me, "If you don't invest in this deal," he's like, "I'm gonna buy it from underneath of you."
Do you think that's like the scariest part, though, that we all get hung up on, is like that fear of pulling the trigger and actually following through?
Yes, it's just like when you talk about buying, $1 million, it was like $1.2 million, $1.3 million property, and just like pulling the trigger, like knowing you're responsible for making that asset perform. I think it really is scary. Like, are your numbers right? Did you look at it correctly? Is the market really going to shift?
What's worst case scenario that could go wrong? Would all my tenants leave?
Yes.
Fear of being a landlord.
For sure. And at that time, we had no experience in property management. So that was the key, though. And I feel like, it was my dad who was our mentor, my parents. But I'm like, having a good mentor is so crucial, because without him saying, if you don't buy this, I'm gonna buy it instead, really was the kick I needed.
Too, though, David, already being a realtor, he kind of had that superpower already. He knew the market.
Yes.
He had access to off-market deals. He understood how to run the numbers. He already had the foundation being a realtor.
And I think he didn't lack the confidence, and it was because he was a realtor at the time, is now still, but that he had that knowledge and that background that gave him way more confidence than it gave me to pull the trigger. But that deal, we ended up purchasing it, and we were able to add value by increasing rents and improving the project overall. And eventually we sold it at its peak and made a really nice return. And eventually that launched our next step into real estate.
Gave you the capital to reinvest in more properties.
Yes.
So
exactly.
That's such an inspiring story, because it's proof that realtors already have the skills that they need to succeed as investors.
And we would have never seen that deal if he wasn't a realtor.
So, which is showing that you do have a superpower. If you are a realtor and you are not investing in real estate, now is the time.
Yes. If you think about it, right? You understand the market trends. You see deals before they hit the MLS. You've mastered negotiation and relationship building and closing deals. These are the same exact skills you need to become a real estate investor.
So here's a challenge. What's one skill you already have that could take you to that first step of investing in your first property?
Yes. And let's write it down, because if we don't write it down,
say it out loud.
Yes, say it out loud. I don't know about you, but I'm as a woman, a mom, wearing multiple hats, if I don't write it down, I am not recalling what I'm trying to do or what I'm trying to achieve. So once you write it down, you need to make a plan of action. And let us know in the comments, because like we want to hear what you guys are going to do, what your skills you're going to use to take that next step into real estate investing.
Yes, please share. Real estate investing isn't just for other people. It's for you too. With your expertise as a realtor, you can create wealth and freedom for yourself and your family. Those dreams that you've had for the last however many years, now is the time to make them real.
Yes, you've got this. Use that realtor advantage and take the leap and get started building the life you've always dreamed of.
Make it happen.
Let's go.